So I did not know that feeding alligators in Florida was such a big deal and how harmful it can be to feed an alligator in Florida. I do not recommend anybody to feed alligators in Florida. If you're fishing and you see one, leave it alone. Unfortunately, it is a huge thing to do that, and it is not allowed, whether you're fishing or not. You cannot do that in the state of Florida. So, I learned that, and there's a reason why. It's not that the law is trying to be, mean or forceful. The reason why feeding alligators in public, near a public setting such as a complex or a store or something, is that when you feed these animals, these big old alligators, let's say you feed them a fish, the next day they're going to see any human walking by and they're going to assume that that human also has a fish. It's in their animalistic behavior as an alligator. Alligators are animals, they are not humans, so they don't have the mental capacity to make judgment, like most animals. So you feed a gator and it starts getting used to what you're feeding him, he's gonna expect fish from anybody that walks by. So that's why it's so important to not ever do that, ever. And I didn't know this till recently, to be honest with you, because every time I had ever seen an alligator get fed, it was at an alligator show or somewhere in the Everglades. But typically I also want to touch upon the fact that you have to be careful, because I mentioned this before, there's a lot of people that don't watch their kids, and a lot of kids tend to run around the lake and they tend to run around the canal, and that big alligator sees little Susie, it's going to be a problem, and it's not going to be a pretty one, and nobody wants to be in trouble for doing something like that in all reality. So it's best to not feed alligators for the safety of others, and it took me a while to learn that. Now, why is little Susie not attended by her parents? Who knows? Because little Susie shouldn't be alone by the canal to begin with. But that's just how it is. And I don't know. There's also my son, little Isaac, and little Jaden, that get affected by the actions of little Susie. And that's just my opinion on that. Please don't feed alligators if you see one. It is a tremendous problem. Like, comment, or share. Have a good day.